Drake showed up to court, family court at that, in Toronto, and there's a guy who basically does sketches for court cases. And he was trying to get his sketch on, and it was like, you can't come up in here. So you know he complained. He was like, fuck that, why I can't come up in here? What's the problem? So we're going to figure that out. So we're going to watch this video. Shout out to Moni.
Drake has been spotted in Toronto family court. And while the court itself has made it clear that the proceedings are closed to the public, the fact that he's even in family court is raising eyebrows. And first of all, family court in Toronto isn't just about divorce. It handles custody battles, child support disputes, visitation rights, paternity claims, spousal support, even adoption and protection orders. So basically, if you and your ex are fighting over your kids, money tied to the kids, or whether you aren't even sure that the kid is yours, this is where it all plays out. And the key part is a lot of these cases get sealed or closed off to protect minors.
Hey, look, man, every time you hear the word minors, niggas got to be careful. Because we don't know what route we going down when we hear that shit. That shit gets spooky.
Drake's hearings are blocked from the public. On top of that, he's a big celebrity. Now, what do we know? That's where David Lewis Wall comes in. He is a talented courtroom artist who has been capturing historical trials in Canada by hand for over 2 decades. He documented being shut out of the courtroom, pushed around by security, and literally blocked from doing his job.
Furry B said, take a drink every time you hear Drake and minors in the same sentence, and you'll be effed up fast. Y'all terrible, man.
Today, March 27th, 2025, Drake.
So March 7th, 2025 is when he's there at the court. So this happened a while back, right? So the thing that makes this significant is because everybody is taking this back to Meet the Grams, right? When Kendrick did that whole spill about the daughter. So when people hear family court and they hear Drake going to family court, and on top of that, they hearing that people saying, yo, this was closed off to the public, nobody can know what's going on, that get a little spooky, dog. So it make you think some things. I've always said that when Kendrick said what he said on Meet the Grams, to me, honestly, I've always felt like there was a high possibility that there's some truth to it. I feel like that's not something that you just say based off of like whatever rumors you think going on. Like you gotta have like strong evidence that there's a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
Famous singer is in family court today with his ex-wife, I guess. Don't really know her name. In courtroom 103, family.
Now he said ex-wife, and a lot of people was going crazy for that. They was like, ex-wife, what the fuck? But hey, I don't know. From what I know, I don't think this man ever been married.
No public can watch this. Divorce? I guess. I'm not sure because I'm not allowed in the courtroom. This is not a good day. And I believe it's unconstitutional to not allow the public in the courtroom just because they're famous.
Agreed. And that man's like, yo, this is unconstitutional. You gotta let us in now. Like, yo, you start spitting that shit, yo, they gotta let y'all in. I'm with Buddy over here. If he been doing this for a very long time and now all of a sudden y'all talking about he can't get in, something is going on.
Oh, hello. Oh my God, great. Hello.
It's Trissy. It's Aubrey. Aubrey shows up. So Aubrey basically walked by while he was recording this. Aubrey walks by and he doesn't have the braids. So everybody was looking at it. They was like, yo, is this real or not? Because he ain't got the braids. Y'all need to stop. Because y'all know Drake be showing up with braids one day, not showing up with braids the next. Y'all know he got a braid cap. He just put that shit on whenever you feel like it. That shit is technologically advanced. He got a braid cap. That's what he need to be selling on Amazon. He need to sell them braid caps because there's a lot of people that got a low cut right now and they be like, yo, you know what? I want braids tomorrow. That's the people you need to be helping. Help those people. Help those people that want braids tomorrow. Those people would love you if you could get braids tomorrow and just like, bro, and nobody knows. It is what it is. You know, you going to a different city or some shit, nobody gonna know you. Put them braids on. Put them braids on, yo. Put on that t-shirt, you know, put on the fit. Last thing you put on is the braids. When you getting all the hoes, they gonna be like, what is it, the braids? Hell yeah, nigga. It's the braids, it's the braids. Drake don't care, man. Drake just got no self-awareness. I think that's what it is. He not self-aware at all. They said Drake never denied that he has a daughter. He only asked if anybody has seen her. Hey, that's a fact. Okay, Pink said Monet is on the dock, date 8/15. Okay.
Here's bodyguard in the hall. Still won't let me in the room.
That's crazy, yo. You can't say nothing about this man. He got pictures of all that shit. He got a picture of the bodyguard. He got a picture of everybody.
Reporters, and I'm gonna show you this is
Okay, so this is the young lady that they saw in there. Listen, man, we could spend forever trying to find out what the heck Drake got, but we just don't know. We just know this nigga show up with braids one day and then the next day he don't. One day he got braids, the next day it's a low cut. This nigga just go back and forth. Okay, so this is the young lady, right, that he sketched that was in the trial. So everybody's saying that her name is Monet. Okay, hold on. We doing shit on the fly out here, y'all. Hold on. Okay, Monet Merchand. This headline says Monet Merchand becomes the first artist indexed into BlackRock's what? Legal defense in Drake versus UMG. Pop indie icon turned financial distributor. Monet Merchand made history as the first artist to file a legal defense in support of another artist, Drake, in his billion-dollar federal case with UMG. Okay. So I don't know. I'm confused now. So she was in family court, but for what? What is her involvement in the case? I'm trying to figure this out. I feel like there's not enough information out about her. So we'll come back to that. So anyway, that's who they're saying this lady is that was identified. So
He hinted at Drake having a daughter and there being other kids out there, hoping he'd come home.
And see, that's the issue. Like, when we look at this stuff, this right here puts Meet the Grams back in the spotlight. I'm pretty sure people are going to go back and listen to Meet the Grams. They're going to listen to Meet the Grams and be like, yo, what does this mean? And what does that mean? This isn't far-fetched, but can y'all imagine if this man actually has a daughter out there that he hid from everybody? After going through that whole thing with the Adonis thing, imagine if he actually got a daughter out there that he's been hiding from everybody. And he also went out there and told y'all, oh, so find her. If you got a daughter, find her. That's why I always told you that I felt like Drake only talked with so much confidence when he was talking about that, because he probably did whatever he did where he thought that it would never come to light. And the fact that they got this thing going on and it's closed off to the public when it usually isn't is a little bit strange, y'all. And let's keep it honest. Drake got some pull in Toronto. He got some pull in Canada. So it's not far-fetched to think that he didn't use that influence to basically tell them this gotta be kept quiet and shut. Nobody gotta be involved in this. So the fact that he did this and he felt like nobody was involved since March and nobody talked about it, nobody said nothing, that would be the reason why he has so much confidence in the way that he talks, because he feels like this shit is never gonna come out. So I don't know, man. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like this is weird. But yeah. Young Stacy also has some things that he said about it. Let's check out Young Stacy real quick.
March 27th, 2025. Drake, famous singer, is in family court today with his ex-wife, I guess, in courtroom 103, family court. They've banned the public from the courtroom. Divorce? I'm not sure, because I'm not allowed in the courtroom. I believe it's unconstitutional. Oh, hello. Oh my God, Drake. How are you?
Oh man, so bro, what the heck is going on?
That shit is only right. You gotta play Meet the Grams for that shit.
Oh man, what the heck going on? All right, so there's been this dude named David Lewis Waldron who has been trying his best to capture what's going on with Drake in this family court situation that none of us knew, because Drake has obviously been trying to hide it, and the courts have been helping him hide the situation. And now fans are trying to revisit Meet the Grams, saying, okay, if he hiding a family court situation, and then when we see the woman, and that ain't Sophie, which is Adonis' mom, that's being pictured and referenced as Drake's former girlfriend or whatever, that leads people to wondering, does this have something to do with Kendrick Lamar's lyrics on Meet the Gram?
Hello, everybody. I'm at court today, March 27th, 2025. Drake, famous singer, is in family court today with his ex-wife, I guess. Don't really know her name. In courtroom 103, family court. They've banned the public from the courtroom. No public can watch this. Divorce? I guess. I'm not sure, because I'm not allowed in the courtroom. This is not a good day. And I believe it's unconstitutional to not allow the public in the courtroom just because they're famous. Oh, hello.
Bro, that shit cracked me up every time. Well, hello. Well, hello, motherfucker. Imagine you talking shit about Drake and this nigga just walked by. Well, hello. Yo, that's insane. This man trying to have a private hearing. You just outside talking. Well, hello.
Oh my God, Drake. How are you? Oh, that's hilarious. He just walked by.
All right, so on clarity, this dude is a court artist, so he draws pictures. And to give you an idea of that, let's see some of the pictures.
Hello, everyone. Today is April 2nd, 2025. David Lewis Wall here, in and out. That's what I'm calling this series, I guess, of my court art experience. Anyways, today I did the Drake trial again. He showed up, family court again. Here's his bodyguard in the hall.
Yeah, he got the bodyguard on Instagram and everything, just swiping away. Yo, is Drake okay, nigga? You gotta check on Drake. He ain't checking his likes on Instagram. What the fuck? Come on, man. Well, hello.
Still won't let me in the room. That's one of the reporters. And I'm going to show you. This was his girlfriend. She was sitting in the hall. And a police officer. Didn't quite get him.
Shout out to Groovy Tony. Groovy Tony with the super chat. Groovy Tony said he was scouting for prospects. Yo, y'all wild. Y'all ruthless.
But anyways, yeah. They did put a sign on the door this time that said closed to the public. That was sad. I'd rather be sitting in the courtroom than sitting in the hall, seeing justice, you know, making sure that everything is up and up. And that's about it. Thank you very much. There's a quick shot of the Superior Court and City Hall on this snowy day. There's the Superior Court. He was in family court in there. And so, anyways, take care, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I'll be in traffic court. Okay, down on Front Street. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's family court is one of the reasons why there's so much speculation behind it and the reason why people are talking about it. I think if this wasn't family court, nobody would really be talking about it like that. They'd just be like, yo, this nigga just showing up to court. Who knows who he's suing now? It could be anybody, bro. But, you know, at that point, it's like, okay, what is he showing up there for? And when you find out it's family court, that's when it gets a little spooky.
You see this lady. That's he was referring to as the obvious ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. We know Drake has never been married. ex-girlfriend? Would you go to family court with an ex-girlfriend? I don't know. This is where we get to speculating, okay? Because that's what's going on. That's all you can do, because they're hiding this from the public for whatever reason, you know? But Drake is used to hiding stuff, so we shouldn't be too surprised by that right there. So, okay. And it is his own private life, so I get it. But he caught himself trying to spoil things about Kendrick Lamar, so now they trying to dive deep into shit. Well, let's look into the deeper meanings of this right here. All right, so this is obviously not Sophie. This is not Drake's baby mama that everyone knows. All right, this is not her. This looks like a black woman at least, or a woman of color. And this for sure ain't a woman.
Francisco, come on. He said that lady is Baca. What the fuck?
Woman of color, okay? All right. So people are speculating and wondering why Drake may be in family court with this woman right here. Family court of all things, okay? So I'll leave that to y'all to speculate on what you may need family court for. What would be the purpose of family court, okay? Think. Put your big thinking cap on, okay? Now let's continue. So this has fans revisiting the lyrics of Meet the Grams. When Kendrick Lamar was launching his own allegations out there that Drake has a daughter that he's hiding, okay? Now this is where we gotta be realistic and when things become confusing, because there was some hints in this, because he says the word eternity, okay? Now there's this girl named Eternity that people were saying that this may be the actual daughter, and also I'm not gonna pull them up, but the girl had pictures on her Instagram with I believe she was showing love to Drake in some type of way, but I don't know. But that for sure doesn't seem like the daughter at all. But we just here because of the speculation that this secret family court case has brought back because of this song, all right? But on top of that, in the past, there was a situation where we covered Kendrick Lamar's friends doubling down on Kendrick's claims about Drake's hidden daughter. Let's run back some clips.
That's what you gotta say something.
Should be real.
And this right here, this clip right here is one of the reasons why I still feel like Drake got a daughter out there. I just don't see people standing on shit this like solid if this shit ain't true. Like I just don't see it. Like they still behind it on this. Pink Starburst said conspiracy time. So the Monet woman was a rapper at some point and apparently owns a makeup line. That legal filing says she has a vested interest in Drake in the lawsuit. How? Huh? But why would she show up with him to family court? See, that's the problem. That's why we don't got enough information on. Why would she show up with him to family court? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out just like y'all.
All I'm gonna say is this to the world. That girl just had a birthday. That's all I'm gonna say. And that ain't her in the video. That's that.
So it's been this, everybody been saying it's this eternity girl. And that's the girl who the posters was up of the girl in the video, X, Y, and Z. They saying that's not her.
I'm trying to see that birthday party pics. Nah, we show you the birthday party pics, bro. It's gonna be like, gonna be going after that little girl and bullying her. So we ain't on that, bro.
I agree.
I just need to keep it hip hop or we will get personal.
They stood on it. They basically said she had a birthday party. We know what we talking about, but we ain't gonna put it out there. That's what they standing on.
Information of the fake kid and also the pills and all these things to Kendrick Lamar. All that seemed to be a lie. Because for one, we know he didn't feed the fake pills and all that stuff, the Ozempics and shit. We know he didn't feed that information to Kendrick Lamar because that came from that dude with that mysterious Twitter, that Ebony shit, that whole thing that led to a hole without a nothing. We talked about that before, so he did not feed the information. And then when it came to the daughter, we realized that Kendrick Lamar wasn't fed that information either from Drake because academics low-key admitted to that shit too.
Drake knew that these things were stolen, okay? So this does look like some stolen shit, I'm gonna be honest. Drake did knew that they were stolen. I don't know if he's like trying to reverse psychology it, saying, well, now I know it's stolen and I know what you have. I'm gonna play off of it. That's one. But number two, when Drake says he set it up, I'm taking that to be this 11-year-old daughter thing because from everybody I've talked to, including Drake, we can't even see any, we don't even know where this came from. And Kendrick said it so definitively in what was supposed to be his biggest song, which was supposed to be the biggest expose. So that's the thing that's my theory. I believe that the 11-year-old child thing from by Drake was probably either fed to Kendrick, planted. I don't know how. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how. Okay, but that is my theory.
So yeah, it was a bunch of stuff that left a lot of confusion. Me, myself, personally, I didn't really care too much about the angle about the daughter, whether the daughter existed or not. That ain't my damn daughter. I do wish that if she did exist, that she had a father that was in her life, because that is important to young girls and shit like that. So I get that point, but that is Drake's life. If you want to go ahead and be a deadbeat, he's a deadbeat. It is what it is. I don't give a damn. I didn't put too much stock into his character in the first damn place. I seen how he move a lot of different situations, so it is what it is to me. But once again, we're just here because of speculation and conversation. I'm just giving y'all this information and do what you want with this shit. You know, this shit funny because they got the owl hiding behind this nigga. Hey, y'all hilarious, bro. Y'all hilarious.
I feel like we don't got enough information. I feel like there's not enough stuff out about it. I don't know. I know we got a name, Monet Merchant, but who knows? That could not even be, that probably is not even like the actual name of the person. It could end up being somebody else for sure. And maybe she was there for a different reason. Maybe the person that was actually there for whatever the family court case thing was going on was in a different room. Who knows? Who knows? This is all we know right now, but I never took that and threw it to the side and said that Drake ain't have a daughter and it wasn't real. I just don't see these guys standing behind it the way that they did if they didn't have some good facts to go off. So obviously they know something that we don't, and they know something that they're reluctant to put out there. I just don't see Kendrick Lamar getting on a fucking record and making a whole verse about a daughter just based off of somebody saying, I think he might have a daughter. To me, it just sounds weird. The way Kendrick Lamar did what he did was so calculated. Why would he just take somebody's word, go off a rumor and say, yo, I think he got a daughter? And he'd be like, oh, for real? Hell yeah. Let me make a whole verse about it. I don't see that happening, dog. So I guess we got time to just sit back and see where this goes, what information we get, and we go from there. It just popped up on my timeline. It says, so Drake versus UMG update. Bro, this shit don't end, bro. I swear, it's like every time it's something. And they'll sit here and say, y'all keep talking about Drake. Y'all keep doing like, bro, this man don't stop. Hold on. So it says Drake versus UMG update. Judge Jeanette A. Vargas has granted UMG's request to file Kendrick Lamar's contract under seal, ruling it contains sensitive business and that protecting UMG's interest and Lamar's privacy outweighs public access. So that's an L. So they granted it. So basically they'll be able to keep it under seal. So it'll stay redacted. So whatever Drake's plan was for that, which was to make his contract public, that's an L that they're going to have to live with because that was the whole point, right? To make his contract public, which I think for him would have been like some ammo. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows where Drake trying to get his W's these days? It just don't make no sense. So I see people saying it's not Monet. I don't know. Pink Starbird said he filed the damn lawsuit. Until that's resolved, this will continue to be a topic. People can't be mad at us, be mad at that dumbass for prolonging this damn L. This could have been over. Facts. This should have been over a long time ago. But the more people talk about us not being able to let it go, I can tell y'all who can't let it go. His name rhymes with fake. It rhymes with fake.